Hi Taurus, welcome to your love reading for October 2017. This is Elizabeth from channeledguidance.com. Now before we get into your reading, I wanted to show you an interesting synchronicity that I noticed when I properly shuffled the cards. So I'm just going to turn them over so you can see what is at the bottom. From this deck, you have the Queen of Swords. And from this deck, you have the Queen of Swords. So this is like the only time this has happened, and I only have one more reading to post, and then they're all posted. So for some of you, Spirit is really kind of highlighting an air sign. So this would be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. For some of you, this can be your romantic partner. For those who are single, this can be someone new that you are going to meet in the month of October. Okay, so let's go ahead and begin. We're going to start off with this deck, and we're going to get you 9 cards. This is a love reading for the sign of Taurus for October 2017. You have the Hierophant. Love reading for Taurus, October 2017. The Four of Cups. The Nine of Wands. Love reading for Taurus, October 2017. The Ten of Cups. Love reading for Taurus, October 2017. The Six of Wands. The Four of Swords. Okay, I'm just going to move the camera. I am using a different camera now, but I will move it around so you can always see the cards. Love reading for Taurus, October 2017. We've got the Three of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Nine of Swords. Okay, so the card at the bottom of the deck is going to represent the main energy around your love life for the month of October. And you have the Page of Pentacles. So I feel like for some of you, you're really kind of looking closely at a relationship. And I do see some issues kind of going on and pretty much in every row. So I feel like here you're doing a lot of thinking about your relationships, your marriages, your love life. And we'll come back to this card to see how it ties in with the rest of the reading. We're going to take it one row at a time. So let's start over here at the beginning. You have the Hierophant, the Four of Cups, and the Nine of Wands. So the Hierophant, this is kind of, really spiritual energy, and I always call this, the Soulmate card, because it's a feeling of kindred spirits. A feeling like, I belong with this person. This person fulfills me. They really get me. This can also be a really strong pull that you're feeling towards someone. Maybe someone who's an air sign, because remember you had that really interesting synchronicity with both queens, although it could be a male as well. And so I feel like there's this kindred spirit connection, but there is an energy of unhappiness around it. So for some of you, it could be that, you're already with the person that you consider, your soulmate or kindred spirit, but there is a sense of unhappiness. I feel like you're afraid. You have the Nine of Wands. I feel like you're afraid that this person, may be moving away from you, or you may feel like you're losing them. With the Nine of Wands, this is an energy of just kind of being on edge, being paranoid. And I feel like there's something that is causing you unhappiness as well with the Four of Cups, with this soulmate relationship. Now I do feel like for some of you, this is just, there's fear that you're not going to get the commitment that you want, or there's fear that, for some of you, that they're not interested in you. I feel like for some of you, like, you see the potential. You see the potential. You see, that you would be great together. But for some of you, I feel like the partner may not feel the same, at least not yet, and you're feeling unhappy about this. But again, for those who are already coupled, there's an energy here of feeling unhappy with the relationship, but not because you don't love the person, but because you're afraid of losing them with the Nine of Wands. You're afraid that they're going to walk away, and it's kind of, it's making you paranoid. Now, moving on to the second row here, you have the Ten of Cups, the Six of Wands, and the Four of Swords. So this kind of adds on to the story. Now, what I see here, I'm drawn to the energy of the Four of Swords because of what I see at the top. And the Four of Swords, this is, kind of like somebody backing off a little bit. And this can be someone that you're dating. This could even be someone that you're already involved with, that where they have asked you for some space. You know, maybe, and if this feels like it's come up for like every sign. Like somebody could have asked for some space, or you feel like, you know, they're just not acting themselves. You know, you feel like the Four of Cups energy. You feel like something's missing, like something's just not the same. I feel like you're overcoming this obstacle with the Six of Wands being here. So I feel like for those of you where you're dealing with someone that has moved out, or someone that has broken up with you, or, you know, a relationship that looks like it's headed towards divorce, you overcome this obstacle. You also have the Ten of Cups there as kind of like a reminder that you have a good thing. The Ten of Cups is a card of marriage and happiness. It's that energy of a happily ever after. Notice how it's lined up with the Hierophant, which is, again, that soulmate relationship, that kindred spirit connection that you recognize. Like, you recognize it. I feel like some of you may be unhappy, maybe because someone else doesn't see it the way that you see it. And you're paranoid, you're afraid that you're going to lose this person. And for some of you, there could have been, you know, a breakup with the Four of Swords, or someone needs some space, some time, maybe they moved out. But the Six of Wands is telling me that you are overcoming this obstacle, you're overcoming this problem. The energy of this happily ever after with your soulmate, with this strong connection that you have with, continues. So just kind of keep that in mind for those of you where you're just kind of really on edge with the Nine of Wands. You're really on edge and you feel like, you know, you have to protect your relationship, and you're just kind of feeling a little hopeless with the Four of Cups. Like, you know, things are just not getting better. Know that this energy of this happily ever after is still there for you. Although some may need some of your partners may need some time to kind of see what you see. Now, you know, for those who are single, I want to go back for those who are single. It could be that, you know, there is a soulmate connection, again, with possibly an air sign, because there was that very strange synchronicity. There could be a strong soulmate connection for you. That could be what the Hierophant means to you. Or maybe you're just kind of in a place where you just don't care about relationships anymore with the Four of Cups. You just don't care because maybe you've been burned too many times. This is an energy of not caring, and you're trying to protect yourself, the Nine of Wands. Keep in mind that there's an energy there of meeting someone that is actual marriage material, soulmate material. Again, this could be your happily ever after with the Ten of Cups. This can be your victory, but you need to get out of this place of the Four of Swords. This is for those who are single. Get out of this place where you're just kind of, you've retreated from the dating scene. You've just completely cut yourself off to where you don't want anything to do with anyone anymore. I'm sure you have your reasons. I feel like, again, going back to the main energy, the Page of Pentacles, many of you are reviewing your relationships this month, or reviewing your love lives to see if you have made the right decisions. Or I feel like for those who are single, you're trying to bring things back into balance. You're trying to get your partner to see what you see, the love that is there, your connection, how long you've been together. For those who are single, you're reviewing your love life to see if, you know, maybe I should give dating a second chance. Maybe I should give someone specific a second chance. That's another thing that comes up. Now down here at the bottom you have the Three of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords. So again, I mean, you already had the Nine of Wands, and it's right at the top. Let me just kind of go up to show you. You already had the Nine of Wands, which is that very kind of paranoid energy where you just want to protect yourself. And then you get the Nine of Swords. This is also an energy of worrying yourself to death. To death. This is, you know, the Nightmare card. So I feel like Taurus is like you're very nervous. You're very anxious about, I'm getting a breakup, because when you have the Three of Swords there, this is the breakup card, or the card of divorce, separation. And I already saw that in the Four of Swords, where someone maybe has taken a step back and they've asked you for some time to think about the relationship, or give me some time to think about this marriage to see if I still want to continue, to see if this is still what I want. I feel like for those of you where, you know, you're kind of, you know, on pins and needles because someone has taken a step back in the relationship and you don't really know if they're going to come back. You need to take it easy. You have the Knight of Pentacles in between the Three of Swords and the Nine of Swords. The Knight of Pentacles is telling you you're gonna get what you want. I mean, you have the Victory card right there, the Six of Wands, and the Ten of Cups, which is your happily ever after. But I feel like, you know, it may take this person time to figure out what you have, or it may take them time to figure out what they feel. With the Four of Swords, this person needs time to get their thoughts straight. Maybe that's why you had the 2 Queen of Swords, which is a very mental card of somebody that lives in their head. Somebody may need time to figure out how they feel about you, or what they bring to your life, or that they really love you. The Knight of Pentacles is just telling you, you will see movement and change in this situation, but it's going to take time. The Knight of Pentacles is all about slow progress. But in the end, you are going to see the change and the result that you want. So I feel like many of you are completely freaking out. You're worried. You're going, maybe you're having anxiety attacks about either a breakup that has happened, or you feel like you're losing your partner, or someone has already moved out. It could also be that there's a lot of arguments with the 3 of Swords, where there's just, you know, this is a card of tears and sadness. Maybe you're just not getting along. And again, there is going to be an improvement in the situation with the Knight of Pentacles. You may be completely on edge, feeling like, you know, I'm not going to be able to save this relationship, but I see it being saved with the 10 of Pentacles and the 6 of Wands. This is your victory. This person is your soulmate. Just kind of going back to the top cards. You start off with the Hierophant. Again, this is a kindred spirit. This is the place where you belong. It could also be, you know, with this energy here, the main energy, the Page of Pentacles. Yes, that some of you are kind of reviewing a relationship, but now that I've kind of gone through all the cards, I feel like for some of you, it could be your partner, your significant other, that's reviewing the relationship to see if this is still what they want. And I feel like you're gonna get the answer that you're hoping to hear. This is a victory for you. I still see a marriage for those who are already married. I see your marriage intact there with the 10 of Cups, lined up with the Hierophant. Again, this is your soulmate, your kindred spirit, the person you belong with. And I feel like for many of you, you're going through something painful here with the 3 of Swords, where you're just very nervous that you're not going to be able to fix this. And of course, with 4 of Cups up there, you might be feeling like this is hopeless. You might feel like giving up. Let's go ahead and get more cards to see what other messages there are for you. I'm just going to move the camera this way a little bit. What other messages are there for the sign of Taurus for October 2017? You have the 9 of Pentacles, the 3 of Wands, and then the final card, the 9 of Cups. I'm just going to put it right here so you can see it. So, wow, I mean, again, I mean, you have the 9 of Cups and the 10 of Cups. Again, I said this is your happily ever after. This is your wish coming true. The 9 of Cups is the wish card. So I feel like for many of you, you just need to sit tight. I mean, you already had that message from the Knight of Pentacles at the bottom. Like I said, that is a message that you're going to get what you want. You're going to get to where you need to get, but it's going to take time. And I see that again with the 3 of Wands. The 3 of Wands means that your time is coming. Either your time to meet somebody new, or your time, you know, the timing to fix your relationship, to get that person back, to get them to see what you see. This is all coming. Just be patient. So I feel like for many of you, I mean, you also have the 9 of Pentacles at the top. And the 9 of Pentacles, you know, is a card of being, you know, self-reliant and independent. So for many of you, it feels like for now, I feel like some of this is, you know, kind of like out of your hands. Like somebody is kind of making decisions right now. Going back to the main energy, somebody is really kind of reviewing your relationship. And I feel like, you know, with the 9 of Pentacles, that for you, this means that you have to, you know, keep moving forward. The 9 of Pentacles is about you, your goals, what you want, your sense of confidence, your personal power, pursuing your goals. Keep moving forward. The 3 of Wands is telling you you're going to get what you want in this relationship. The 9 of Cups is telling you your wish is going to come true. Whether, you know, that's meeting somebody new, but it's going to, you know, it's going to take time for some reason. I see like this, I see this kind of pause in this spread. There's kind of like a waiting period. Let me just bring the other card up so you can see it. the Knight of Pentacles. I mean, seeing the Knight of Pentacles and the Three of Wands in the same spread, I just feel like things are going to take time to work themselves out. Again, especially if you've reached a place where things really kind of seem like, you know, they've already moved out or someone's already been served with divorce papers. Things are going to take time to clear up. But I feel like somebody is doing a lot of thinking, a lot of figuring things out with the Four of Swords. And again, that ties in with the main energy. I'm also noticing that, like, this, you have how many? You have 4 nines in this reading. You have the Nine of Wands here. I also pulled you the Nine of Pentacles. And then down here, I'm going to bring them up for you. You've got the Nine of Swords. And you've got the Nine of Cups. You have 4 nines in this reading. The 9s and the 10s represent things coming to completion. So again, it's like sit tight. Things may seem really tough right now. Something really painful may be happening. But you're kind of getting very close to the end. And I feel like you're going to like this ending. Things are going to work out in your favor. So again, for those of you that are waiting for someone to come around, or maybe you're waiting to meet somebody new, I definitely feel like you're almost at the end of the situation, this painful chapter in your life. I mean, 4 nines in the same reading. This is coming to an end. You're finally coming to a much better place. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to the next deck and see what messages it has for you. What other messages are there for the sign of Taurus for October 2017? You have the Wheel of Fortune. What other messages are there for Taurus for October 2017? You have the Lovers. What other messages are there for Taurus for October 2017? And you have the Ten of Swords. I'm going to put it right here so you can see it. So, you know, you have this message, cards keep moving around. You have this message from the Wheel of Fortune, again, confirming, telling you your luck is going to change. You may feel right now that your luck stinks. You may feel like nothing is going your way when it comes to your love life. You may feel that you're doomed. I don't know, it's just the feeling that I get with these painful cards in this reading, the unhappiness and being really worried and paranoid. Again, things are changing. This is your love life. The Wheel of Fortune is saying your love life is doing a complete 180. And then you got the Lovers card with it. So this is just confirming, again, with the Lovers, this is either a marriage or a very strong, committed relationship, a strong bond between 2 people. And for some of you, this could be with your current partner, especially if you've been married for many years and, you know, this is what you want. I do feel like, you know, the Ten of Swords, some of you may have some forgiving to do, because the Ten of Swords usually comes up, you know, when you've been lied to or betrayed in some way. It could be that there has to be some forgiveness to move on. But with the Ten of Swords, this is just a message that, you know, you've again, as I've been saying with the 4 nines, this is reaching completion. Like you're finally moving on from the drama and the pain. And I feel like for some of you, it's because, you know, your partner's coming around, you're forgiving, you're getting everything back into balance, and you're just moving on. But I do feel like for some of you may be choosing to just move on from the relationship. Remember that you had this main energy of the Page of Pentacles. So I feel like for some of you, it's your partner that's doing a lot of thinking about the relationship. But for others, it could be, you know, you are looking at this relationship. Perhaps, you know, you're the one who moved out. Perhaps you're the one that was, you know, that broke up with your partner. Perhaps you were the one that was lied to or betrayed. And I feel like if that is the case, that you're moving on and that you're finding someone that is really deserving, you know, with the Lovers being here. You're finding a really strong connection with someone. Perhaps, again, going back to the Hierophant, a soulmate connection, that kindred spirit connection. So just kind of looking at this reading, there is, you know, kind of a strong message here of things nearing completion. 4 nines in this reading. The Nine of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords, the Nine of Cups. Things are coming things are coming to an end. I feel like this painful cycle in your life is coming to an end. And I say painful because you have the Four of Cups, and you have the Three of Swords, and you have the Nine of Swords. This is painful, and you've also got the Nine of Wands, which kind of has you in a place where you're paranoid. This is coming to an end. The Ten of Swords over here literally means that you've already been through the worst. But you also have this message, you know, that you're overcoming your obstacles that you have been facing in this relationship or in your love life. You have victory. You have the happily ever after card. So it's like, even though there are some like difficult energies here, I still see you being immensely happy. Immensely happy. You're getting what you want. Your wishes are being granted. I do see, like I said, a delay right here. Let me just move the camera. Right here. And also with the Knight of Pentacles. So it may not things may not completely play out in the month of October, but just kind of know that you're on your way to something much better and much happier. I just feel like for some of you, like your partner is coming around, and for others, like you're choosing to just kind of let it go, and you're meeting somebody that you feel a stronger connection with. But again, there is a strong message. Remember the beginning of the reading, an air sign is very significant to you. Okay, Taurus, this has been your love reading for October 2017. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will speak to you again next month.